I know he loved Bob Dylan, so I'm going to do this Bob Dylan song. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful, and may your song always be sung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
Hi, Pat. Happy birthday. I just wanted to give you an electronic hug and bring back some fond memories from a long time ago when we were kids and before you moved out with your own family and so on. My first recollection, I have the sense that you were in charge of the bunny rabbits, and that was kind of an early premonition of your attraction to medicine. I remember when you were sprayed by your father with his from the jar of whipped cream, and we were having some kind of a dinner, fancy dinner in the kitchen, and he was in a good mood. I remember when you got stuck on a rock in Sequoia, we had to call the ranger to come over and pick you up, take you out. You went on a 50-mile hike with Mr. Redden when you were in the Boy Scouts. That was something that impressed me very much back then. You are, of course, our only Eagle Scout in the family. You had a significant accident while tobogganing and broke your leg, as I recall. So that was a different kind of memory. You were the first to study a musical instrument, and by far the most, and uh, uh, ended up being the most accomplished, let's say, musician in the family, of the kids. I remember that you went to Boys State, a activity for the better students of the various high schools in the state, and it was in for a week in Sacramento. This for me was very impressive. Um, Gave you a chance to meet different kinds of people. You were the first one to have a car that you fixed up and you painted it a decent color green, and you took off some of the excess ornaments. Don't know where that car is anymore. uh, you had a job in the public library. Now you went downtown, so you had to take a bus, and most of the rest of us took local transportation or bikes or whatever to the jobs that we had in our local libraries in Westchester. I remember when you were in Pirates of Penzance, you had a musical role and sang, and that was for me very impressive. I went over with somebody. You were the one that was a math major in college, and several of us have followed you in that, and so that was a helpful example. You learned a foreign language, and you went off to live in a foreign country for a whole year. Came back with green hair, so that was a for me a very mind expanding experience. You lived in Illinois. It's not something that one would recommend, but I'm sympathetic because I live someplace out here. Then you went off and you got a job and you got married and you have kids, and now you got a whole bunch of grandkids. So we want to all wish you a happy birthday, and thank you for your leadership and setting example for us in all these things, and best of luck to you. Bye.
Hi, Pat. I understand it's your birthday and it's a big one. Happy 80th. Um, I've been around for 67 of those 80 years, and this day has reminded me that you've been such a big part of my life and done so much for me, and I'm pretty sure I've never appropriately thanked you for that. There's way too many things that I owe you thanks for me to cover here, but I do want to call out a couple. And I'm not going to talk about, my first trip to Disneyland when I was 4 or 5, and based on the pictures, it looks like I spent the entire day on your shoulders, so thank you for that. Or I'm not going to mention all the technology and photography advice you've given me over the years, and how you were the first to show me an actual iPod. But thank you for that as well. No, I want to talk about first travel, and how you taught me by example and by encouragement how important travel is. You probably don't even remember this, but you felt so strongly that I should spend a summer in Europe that you loaned me the money to make that trip possible after my first year of law school. I not only got to explore Europe for a couple months, but I got to meet up and travel with my future wife, which was great. And who knows what happens if I don't take that trip and she meets someone else there. So thank you very much for that. And then 4 or 5 years later, you let us use your house in England as a home base for our trip with then 2-year-old Brett. And look what a traveler he grew up to be. So thank you from all of us for teaching us how important travel is. And the other big thing, and even bigger, that I want to thank you for is how when Dad got really sick, you stepped in to be the patriarch of the family. Rankin man, as Dad would say. And I know that that was a lot of responsibility for this big a family, but you did it all. You helped bring the family closer together. You filled the void after we lost Dad with things like the Odd Socks Festival, the train trips at Bass Lake, your sense of humor. The list goes on and on. But you really accepted that role and did a great job at it. In addition to being kind of the soul of the family, you were also constantly called upon to give medical advice, and to Mom, your brothers, their families, their friends. I certainly wouldn't have wanted to give legal advice to all those people, but you were always there for support with our medical questions. You were thoughtful, patient, informative, and really the ultimate resource for all of us. And we can't thank you enough for that. Anyway, I know that my life, the lives of Mom and Dad, your brothers, our families, and many, many others have been and still are better because you've been a part of them. So on your birthday, I just want to thank you for that. Happy 80th, big brother. I hope you, Sylvia, your kids, your grandkids have a great celebration. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Happy 80th birthday, Uncle Pat. Uncle Pat, one of my favorite memories with you is how you would always take us to Winona and get to ride the train around in Yosemite. This year we're bringing Ellie to Bass Lake and can't wait to show her the love for Yosemite that you really fostered in me. Happy birthday, we love you.
Hi, Pat. Taking this opportunity to wish you a happy 80th birthday. I want to thank you for being such a good big brother to me. You've been a good model for us, showing all 6 of us that it's good to start new things. It's good to make decisions, not to sit around, but to go and do things. You've been a good model for all of us. Ever since you entered the medical profession, you've been very generous with your time and your knowledge. You started it when Dad was first seriously ill, and especially with his second bout of cancer, and you're giving us the perspective and translation of what the doctors are telling us and helping Mom and the whole family understanding, making decisions with and for Dad. Ever since then, you've always been available when we had a medical question for anybody in our family or for ourselves, and you've always helped us have some perspective on what the doctors are doing or suggesting and telling us. You've been since Dad's early departure, you've been a wonderful male head of household. I think that's helped Mom in particular, having somebody with a lead for the gang of us, and you've done a good job of that. Thank you very much. Mostly, I want to wish you a happy birthday, a good start to your 81st year. You're showing us how important it is to keep living and enjoying a full life. I want to thank Sylvia for being such a good partner for you and wishing the 2 of you many more good years together. I love you, Pat. Happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Pat, happy birthday. I love thinking about our times together. I remember the first time I recognized you was reading some of your spectacular review articles on clinical nutrition, and then the best one was the one where you, as single author, said you don't need fancy high-priced laboratory to do clinical nutrition research. Then we arrived in East Bay, and it became apparent that you were the backbone of the Archives of Surgery and soon became the backbone of our department. It's been wonderfully happy times working together, but the real high was when you and Sylvia dragged us to the operas, local operas, and we saw you actually perform in Falstaff. What a wonderful marriage of the humanities and the sciences. You've lived it all. You've got a wonderful life to look back on as we all are looking back. You deserve a very happy birthday. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, Dr. Twomey. This is an old colleague of yours, and I'm wishing you the greatest of days, and I want to just share a memory of one of the great privileges of my life was the opportunity to work with you at the Highland Hospital Breast Clinic. Those were, for me, days of special joy in that I was able to learn how to share passion and love for a patient. Now, I don't want to get you in trouble, but when you weren't there, every time I came to work, the ladies came and asked about you. They always told me, they said, hey, we don't really want George Washington. We want Abraham Lincoln. Is he not available? Because that's the doctor we came here to see. You know, you had rock stars, you had so many patients that asked for you and still ask for you. And wherever you are, I'm wishing you well. I, as you can see, I'm, living the hard life here, cruising in a large boat along the coast of Santa Barbara, and wishing you many, many happy returns. God bless you, Dr. Twomey. Best to all.
Hi, Pat. Wishing you a fabulous 80th birthday. My first memory is of your coming to rehearsal for the first time, and I noticed you were a really good-looking guy, but you were dressed in some kind of baggy suit, dark suit, and like you were going to a funeral. You looked like you needed some help finding your clothes, and you were fortunate enough to meet Sylvia, because soon she was knitting for you. Now you're one of the best looking guys and best dressed guys as well at St. John's. So you're a lucky guy, and we're lucky to know you and learn about who you are slowly, because you don't wear your talents on your sleeve or talk a lot about yourself. But as people get to know you, they realize how talented you are, how well versed in so many areas of music, and what a good singer, of course. So it's great knowing you, and I look forward to many more years. Bye-bye.
Patrick, birthday wishes on this big occasion. Have a great time with family.
No one's counting, Pat. Just enjoy yourself and have a great time.
Happy birthday, Patrick. We've never met. This is about the 97th take to send the message to you. But have a lovely, lovely day with everyone. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Dada.
Just wanted to wish you happy birthday from Carmel in the new kitchen, which should look somewhat similar to the old kitchen, but a little different. This is the Stan, Letty, and Frank set of cabinets down there. And then if we just kind of pan around, you can see the window, and out behind that are the mountains that we've hiked in. And there's more cabinets, and the hole in the cabinet where we put the fridge. And that's about it. Anyhow, we'll show you when you come down for Bach Festival, but we wanted to send you our birthday wishes on the occasion of your 80th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Dad. Now, I know you're 80 years old and all, but I wanted to take today's occasion as an opportunity to share with you some of my parenting experience. After all, here I am raising 4 boys, and all you ever had to deal with was the 3 of us brothers. Still, you're the one who showed me with your words and by your example that our goal as parents is to ensure that our kids grow up straight and tall. So I'm going to share some examples of how your grandchildren are doing just that. Let's start with Tucker. As you know, he just wrapped up his first year at Reed, a college renowned for its focus on liberal arts education. But anyone who knows Tucker at all knows how deeply interested in engineering he is, whether it's software or electrical or civic engineering. So why then did he pick Reed? Well, the second thing people learn about Tucker is his passion for using engineering and science and data for the benefit of his community and our society, for the good of humanity. And to succeed in that, he recognizes that he'll need a much broader skill set. If you ask him, he'll tell you that that's the benefit of a liberal arts education. It's how you learn to learn. Now, he'll tell you that he learned that from me, but as I consider it now, you're the one who taught me that. So, in a way, in a real way, I guess he learned that from you. Next, there's Flynn. He's about to turn 16, so just a couple years earlier in his academic journey. Lately, he's been making some truly great strides in more and more complex fields of math. Algebra, linear and exponential functions, and graphing. And I've been lucky enough to get to work together with him on some of this. And I think he's really appreciated some of my rhetoric and suggestions. Don't skip steps, or, well, I can't do that in my head, so... And probably our favorite is, use more space. Don't worry, son, I'll buy you more paper. So his room now officially has more whiteboards than toys or games. But he'd be the first one to tell you that that practice is what's helped him to unlock higher and higher levels of mathematical understanding. Now, he thinks he's gotten those suggestions just from me. But as I consider it now, you're the one who taught them to me. So in a way, in a real way, I guess, he learned it from you. Well, let's go on to Owen. He's just on the brink of teenagerhood. An age where his relative levels of ability and initiative have kind of reached this wonderful intersection with his maturity. I'll give you an example. The other day, he found himself with some free time, and he noticed that my very nice but somewhat neglected bike needed a tune-up. So he took it upon himself to clean this and oil that and tighten the other thing. He spent the better part of an afternoon on it. And a while later, and I hadn't even noticed this, he sent me a text message from down at the local bike shop. It turns out, having fixed all that he could on his own, he'd ridden it down to the shop and got some new brake pads and installed them. Look, I was happy about the bike repair, but what really pleased me the most was the initiative that he took to look around for what needs doing and then to keep working until the work was done. Now, I'd like to think that he learned that from me, but as I consider it now, you're the one who taught me those values. So in a way, in a real way, he learned them from you. Lastly, there's Max, who's, as you know, 8 years old, but he's wise beyond his years. He has this amazing sense and empathy for the feelings of those around him. And at times when his own emotions overwhelm him, I remember how you used to help me with my big feelings. Instead of telling me to not cry, you just put words to my emotions. Like, oh, you were really looking forward to going for a swim. Or, seems like everybody else gets to do what they want, but not you, and that's not fair. So, when I'm able to help Max in that same way, I remember that you're the one I learned it from. In a way, in a real way, you're the one who's helping him. And Max also has a real flair for the dramatic, an aptitude that may, before too long, destine him for the stage. That's my 2-bit way of saying that he tends to ham it up a lot. Now, Jess thinks that he learned that from me, but as I consider it now, you're the one who set that example. So in a way, in a real way, he got that from you too. Well, as I'm sure you can see by now, pretty much all of my parenting experience, or at least my parenting successes, I actually learned from you. So really, they're your parenting successes too. And maybe in all of this, you can see the results of just one more lesson that you gave me. I started by telling you what I was going to tell you, and then I told you, and then I told you what I told you. So I'll just leave you with this. Dad, I'm going to tell you that I love you. I love you, Dad. And in conclusion, I hope all of these stories show you how much we, all of us, love and appreciate you and always will. Happy birthday, Dad.
Pat, happy 80th birthday, many happy returns. You've been a great neighbor, a very good support for all of our activities, and your comments your comments as our kids grown have been most helpful. Wish you long life and health, from Bonnie and Doug.
Hi, Pat. Joe and I just want to wish you a wonderful 80th birthday.
We look forward to visiting you and Sylvia when the effects of this pandemic are truly over.
Happy birthday, Pat. Bye for now.
Bye, Pat.
From the whole Vision team,
Happy birthday, Pat! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy birthday, Pat. Mnohayalita lita, mnohayalita lita, mnohayalita lita, mnohayalita lita, mnohayalita lita, mnohayalita lita. I love you, Pat. Stay well.
Hey, Pat, happy birthday. Have a great day. Good for you. Bye.
This is a song for my friend Pat, also known as Dr. Pat, Musical Pat, Friend Pat, Spouse of Sylvia Pat, Brother Pat. There are 80 years in a Pat Twomey. There are 80 cc's in an 80 cc cup. 80 is also the square root, no doubt, of something. Happy birthday, Pat Twomey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pat Twomey. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Patrick, number 80. I beat you to it by about 15 months or something like that, but no matter. Darlene and I are in Craters of the Moon National Park in south central Idaho. We have no internet or anything from here, so we'll try to get this sent to you when we make reconnection with the outside world. We'll step aside so you can see what's back there. This is a vast volcanic area. It's about the most recently about 2,000 years ago, which is not very old for volcanoes. I don't know if we've ever been here, but it reminds us a little bit of other places we've been, including Lassen National Park, where we went when we were in medical school with our little boys and our wives at the time. I'm going to let Darlene step in here and say a few words.
Yes, Christopher got a very bad sunburn on the hike up Mount Harkness. We remember that. But in later years, I think it didn't hurt him very much. We remember so many good times with those little boys. We remember going through the caves at Pinnacles, where we've also been many times. Actually, I took Willie there on his 80th birthday.
Okay, so we're on our way across the country. We have a small van, motorhome, and we're probably going to take about 2 or 3 weeks before we arrive at Paul and Mira's, where they have relocated in South Burlington, Vermont. So we're going to be dropping in on a few cousins along the way, on my sister in Ontario, Canada, before we pass through New York State into Vermont. And I don't know how long we'll be gone. We expect to be back in Ashland maybe by the end of the summer. So sorry to miss your party. I do remember you at my 60th birthday party singing an amusing song.
Which we'd like to recall but can't.
I probably could have thought about it, but no, never mind.
It's good. So we're somewhere near the Oregon Trail, and this is actually kind of a reverse Oregon Trail. We are traveling from Oregon to the east, probably not to live there, though, not to farm in the Willamette Valley or the valleys of Lake Champlain. We also remember so many times the playing together our recorders and your harpsichord, and we played very simple songs, and the harmonies were just wonderful. It was so good.
Yes, and I remember struggling to learn all those Dolmetsch variations of Greensleeves.
Which we actually did learn.
We did learn eventually. And I also remember you're having me cut out pieces of the cabinet for your harpsichord with my power saw, with my radial arm saw, and I wouldn't let you touch the saw because a surgeon is not much good without a thumb or a finger, whereas an internist, can still do things without having all digits. But
And I visited you when you were on sabbatical in around London. And your Siamese cat, Louis, stayed with us, very satisfactory. He liked that a lot. But I visited you there, and we took a day trip to Oxford. And in a store in Oxford, I bought a woven woolly blanket, a kind of throw, which we have with us in our van right now and are still using. So I'm so glad you went on that trip.
So we'll try to get this off when we get reconnected to the outside world, when we have internet connection next, which might be in a day or two. So I hope we meet Sylvia's deadline.
So we aren't going to sing happy birthday. Are you going to sing happy birthday?
Oh, I think we'll skip that part right now. Yes.
But happy birthday, Patrick. Happy 8-0.
Yeah.
It ain't so bad. Take it from us. We know,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Hey Pat, it's Chris and Rebecca here. Happy 80th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Wanted to wish you a happy birthday, so Coda also wishes you a happy birthday. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my life, and especially after Mom and Dad passed, and especially to all the help you've given to the whole family. You've been rock solid, and hope you're enjoying your day with your family, and look forward to maybe seeing you at Bass Lake, but no matter what, happy birthday. Love.
Happy birthday. We love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, Pat.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Hey, we're sorry we can't be with you for your birthday. Would love to be able to celebrate with you, but hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a wonderful birthday. 80 great years to celebrate.
Don't party too hard.
Bye now.
Happy birthday, Pat. Hey, I wanted to also share a quick thank you. When I first got started in the St. John's Choir, I had never sung in a choir before, and I was always lost in terms of trying to find the right tenor part. And you taught me how to A, be relaxed about it, be willing to and open to making mistakes, sharing your own mistakes with me, and letting me sing next to a wonderful tenor voice and giving me that confidence. So thank you, and please enjoy your day.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Jaja.
With mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come. Merchant of Venice. Happy birthday!
100 lat, 100 lat, niech żyje, żyje nam. 100 lat, 100 lat, niech żyje, żyje nam. Jeszcze raz, niech żyje, żyje nam. Niech żyje nam.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday, Gaffer.
Happy 80th, Gaffer.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jaja. Just a little update on college life. We have my little college room in the background, snack shelves, dresser. I'm in the middle of doing my chem homework right now. I've gotten to work a couple theater productions, which has been pretty fun. I can't wait to see you guys, and happy 80th.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pat. Happy birthday to you. You're one of the best people I know. Have a great, great birthday, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Lots of love. Bye.
Pat. Welcome to 80. The water's fine.
Happy birthday, Pat.
The water's still wet. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday!
Cut!
Can you just record it at the first part?
Yeah, I can trim it.
Okay. Say it's your birthday. It's my birthday to ya. Say it's your birthday. We're gonna have a good time. Say it's your birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the Comedy King. Make sure you save me some cake.